All right, example 2 wants us to use the HL theorem here. So just to go over it one more time, if the hypotenuse and one leg of a right triangle are congruent to the hypotenuse and leg of another right triangle, then the triangles are congruent. So we have right angles here indicating that we have right triangles. The hypotenuses are congruent. Those are the sides across from the right angle. So MN is the hypotenuse in the first one, and segment PQ is the hypotenuse in the second one. So those are congruent. And then the legs are the two sides that are adjacent to the right angle. So here we just need one pair of legs that are going to be congruent. So ML, segment ML is a leg in the first one, is congruent to segment PR, which is a leg in the second one. So again, 3 criteria you have to meet. You have to have right triangles, hypotenuses have to be congruent, and one pair of legs. Okay, let's look at example 3 then, or example 2, I'm sorry. Okay, Ashton is washing windows using a 10-foot ladder. For the first window, the ladder reaches the window when he places the base of the ladder at the rose bush. How can he determine where to place the ladder to be sure it reaches the last window? Well, the windows here are at the same height. So your height is going to be the same. So if we draw in the triangle here, right, your height's the same. Right, the ladder is going to stand at the right angle. The ladder is 10 feet, so the length of the ladder is going to stay the same. So we know these two triangles are congruent by HL, right? We have they're right triangles. They have a right angle. So right triangles. One pair of legs is congruent, and the hypotenuses are congruent. So these two triangles are congruent by HL. So by the corresponding parts of congruent triangles, we know that the third side of these triangles will also be congruent. So the ladder needs to be placed, the base of the ladder needs to be placed the same distance as the rose bushes. All right, let's look at your try it. Okay, it's asking what additional information do you need? Well, the first thing we need is right angles. We need right triangles. So angle M and angle Q are right angles. So we have right triangles. So that's the first step. Second thing we need is the hypotenuses to be congruent. So NL is the hypotenuse in the first one, and that has a length of 9. So the hypotenuse in the second one, PR, is also going to have a length of 9, right? So PR is going to have to be 9. The distance from P to R has to be 9. Okay. And then the leg here in the second one, QR, is 5. So then the leg in the first one, MN, has to equal 5. Or ML would have to equal 5. Okay, one of these two legs would have to equal 5. I'm just putting this one because it looks like the way it's drawn. If it's drawn to scale, it looks like this one is the shorter one, and it looks like QR is a little shorter than PQ. But again, you can't necessarily always go by the diagram.